Hello there everybody and welcome to our live Q&A. Today we are going to talk about how to heal after a breakup, letting go of the guilt and move on without closure. You don't need the closure actually from your ex. You need the closure but not from them. I'm going to teach you today how to get closure without them because you don't need them. Now, if you're lucky enough to join me to catch the live, I'm going to drop in the first comment in the first comment, yeah, just the link so you can click on it, join me live, and we can have a talk. I would love to talk to you and coach you live. Now, without any further ado, I'm just going to jump into the first question. And also, if you have any questions, you can drop them during the live video where I will be addressing your questions. Or if you want, you can submit them in the comments. If I can't answer them right now, I will answer them in the next live Q&A. First question. Let's do this. It's been 2 years since my separation, and still in the divorce process with my children. I still feel heartbroken, despite the time that has passed. 2 years, you're still in the divorce process. So give yourself grace. Don't try to rush it. If you're still in pain, I mean, 2 years, it's a lot of time, but still giving yourself hard time for how you feel will not get you any closer to heal. Now, but I've also tried to move forward by starting to date. Okay, starting to date, trying to move forward by starting to date, it's just putting band-aid on a it's not really, yeah, it's not the way to go. As I'm teaching you all the time, this is not the way to go. To start dating, to get under someone else in order for you to get over your ex, this is not what will help you heal. Now, which acts like a temporary band-aid, yeah, for to my heartache. What do I do to stop the painful feelings of heartbreak and apathy, especially after so much time has passed? I will need to talk to you to know more, but my assumption, what you need to do in order for you to stop the heartache and apathy is to do everything for you. You need to start going to the gym. You need to eat correctly. People underestimate the power of self discipline and self love and doing things for you. In your healing journey is a self love journey. You fall back in love with yourself. You must, absolutely must, because if you feel sad, I mean, if you are working on yourself and you look jacked, you are disciplined, you wake up in the morning excited about the day, you found your life's purpose and mission, and you work on yourself, you elevate all aspects of life. It can be financial, spiritual, physical, all of that. And physical is completely under your control. I mean, I know some people have some type of disease that they cannot or something like that, but I'm not talking about this. Most people, 99%, 90% of the people, this is under your control. So working out, taking care of yourself, falling in love with yourself, not Netflix chill, not drink or smoke, not doing any of these things, this will help you elevate much quicker. If we were to talk, I believe that in these 2 years you didn't done any of these things, and this is why you don't fully value yourself and love yourself, because you don't put the work on yourself. Let me tell you, my friends, when you put the work on yourself, you fall in love with yourself so quickly that nothing can take this away from you. That's the thing. This is why I'm preaching that you must work on you in all aspects. Question number 2. I have an inhibiting fear that I am the reason that the relationship ended up how it did. I feel I could stop it and miss my opportunity. How can I overcome this thought? It's really causing you pain. Yeah, I can definitely understand it, and it is painful. But in order for you to overcome this, you need to realize that this breakup happened for you and not to you, and this breakup happened. It happened. It must have happened because it did. It happened, and there is nothing for that you could have done to stop it. The feeling of guilt is something that we all feel after a breakup. We all feel guilty after a breakup, whether our partner broke up with us or we broke up with them. Guilt is there. It's always there. This is just human nature. So don't give yourself hard time for feeling the guilt and the responsibility after you chose to break up. There was a reason. And ask yourself why you broke up. Why? There was a reason for that. And remorse, it's something that we all feel. This is, by the way, dumpers remorse. It's real. So you will feel some type of remorse because it's not solely an intellectual, logical decision to break up. It's also emotional. And the brain and the heart speaks two different languages. All right. So you need to give yourself grace, time, and follow through and work more on you, more on you. And the more you will fall in love with yourself, the less you will feel the guilt and you understand that you did this for you. You had to do this. What happened there? What caused you to pull the trigger? Ask yourself all of these questions. This is important for your healing. I also got a question from a member that asked how long it takes to heal. Once he took my course, how long it takes to heal. Now, the healing journey, I want to say that is not linear. You must realize that it's not linear. Everybody will go through it at the same in their own pace, but I would say it's between 2 3 months to maximum a year if it's very severe case. Very severe case. It may be a year, but it needs to be very, very severe. It needs to be a lot of trauma and toxicity or a business together, something that you co-created, maybe kids. It needs to be way, way, way more, but not more than a year. A year is a cycle of your life, and it's enough time for you to say, stop. It's enough time for you to digest. This is why I'm Jewish, and in the Jewish religion, when someone passes away, we grieve for an entire year. It's not like crying for an entire year, but we call it in Hebrew shnat evel. It's 1 year that you don't party, you don't go to weddings, you don't celebrate anything. You take the year to reflect on the one that you lost. And it's important to take this time, but not more than a year. It's way too much. It's way too much. So again, it depends. It depends on the type of work you do. If you are dedicated and you go full force on yourself, full force, drop devices, alcohol, porn, or if it's something like Netflix and chilling all the time, if you are taking your life back and if you're really doing the work, within a month, around a month, you will start feeling so much better. So much better. 2 months, you're invincible because you're focusing only on yourself, working out, maybe writing a book. Maybe I don't know what you guys can do more, but everything you just do for you, for you, for you. You pour all of the energy to yourself. You cook for yourself. You love yourself. You take yourself on a date. You do all of these things, and you will heal at a much, much quicker pace. I cannot say exactly the time, but this is my estimate. Estimated time, it will be around 1 to 2 months. When you pour all the fucking love in you, that's it. That's it. Definitely. Will my ex monkey branch back? Yeah, I didn't even read the old question, but let's see. She monkey branch to another guy and got into a new relationship with him 2 days after, and they moved in together after 6 weeks. We planned to get engaged 8 years together. She moved to other end of the country. Oh, my brother, Nikki. I don't know if brother or sister, but my friend, it happened to me exactly. Exactly. My ex monkey branched on me to another country with another man. 55 days later, she came back. Now, I can't say that in 55 days your ex will come back because everybody is different. If you want me to give you an estimate, we need to jump on a call where I can see who she was or who he was, what was the nature of the relationship, what was their attachment style, your attachment style. There is more information that I need in order for me to give you the estimate. And I'm 99% right when I say that. So yeah. Anyways, monkey branches will come back. The monkey. This is why the nature of the monkey is branching from one branch to another. They will come back, and but I don't want you to wait for them to come back to feel better. This is why you need to heal. This is why you do the work on yourself. And to do the work on yourself, yeah, there is all of the tools are available for you here on my channel and also on my online healing coaching program, The Rise of the Phoenix, which I'm offering you guys for a limited amount of time for $37. Heal your heart for $37. I cannot make it more affordable for you. And you got to pay for it, because when you pay attention. If you don't pay, you don't pay attention. And I want you to pay attention because I want you to heal. And I want to be here for you to guide you. This is the only way that I can truly guide you, is by you under the umbrella of me. And you can ask me questions like we do now. You can send me an email, and I'm much more responsive to the members of my community because they're top priority for me. I hope I answered your question. It's been 8 months. Okay, I don't know its name. It's been 8 months since we broke up, 4 months since the divorce. I still can't get over the lies and the betrayal. Betrayal is the worst kind of pain. Betrayal is the worst kind of pain. It's very difficult to get over a betrayal. This is takes a little bit more time and a lot more emotional strength. But let me tell you, when you get betrayed, this is a blessing. I know you might not see it now, but let me tell you something about betrayal. Just a second. How do I stop the hurt and the hate? Ooh, thank you. First of all, thank you. That's a very genuine question. Okay. So, in order for you to overcome betrayal, the first thing that you need is to compartmentalize the emotions and the character of who your ex was. That's number one. You need to realize that. Number two, you need to know that this relationship would be over at some point because of the nature of the person you were with. Cheaters, monkey branchers, they don't change like that. It's not they will change. It will happen. And if you're aware enough and strong enough, you would pull the trigger before. So if you're ruminating and think about what ifs, understand that if you knew what you know now, you wouldn't get into this relationship. Or if you could have go back in time, you wouldn't be able to fix it, but you would be able to end it sooner. The pain will be inevitable. And in order for you to stop, this is how you stop the hurt and the hate. Just send compassion and realize that your ex is about to feel a lot of pain. Monkey branchers, they are not happy people. Happy people are not cheating. People that are content within themselves are not cheating. They don't do that. And if it happens that they did it, it just reveal who they really are. They will do it again. And this is not healthy person. It's not fun. Believe me, it's not fun. I cheated before when I was younger in my 20s. And you constantly live in fear that it might happen to you too. And let me give you a good news. Karma is real. And when you got cheated on, you paid your karmic debt. You did something in your life. You fucked up at some point, and karma just visited you, and you paid your karmic debt. And your ex will pay their karma for hurting you. You can stop this right now. You paid your karmic debt and you say, that's it. I paid my dues. I'm done. Thank you so much for showing me. I'm all good. I'm moving on. Moving on. Just moving on. As hard as it is, as painful as it is, this is the situation you're in right now. And you got to take responsibility, not blame yourself or guilt trip yourself, but responsibility that this is the situation. And now just play the best game you can with the cards that you've been dealt. More questions, drop them below, my dear friends. Number three, my ex broke up with me without giving a clear reason, and I feel stuck in limbo, trying to figure out what went wrong. How do I get, how do I go, how do I let go of needing closure when I don't have all the answers? You don't need all the answers. You don't need this. Just think about what your ex told you, the reason that they broke up with you. That's the reason. That's the closure. Or if there is no reason, they didn't give you like a very direct, like you said, an exact reason. You just be, how do I put it? You just say to yourself, this is what, I mean, this is happening. This happened. You let action speak louder than words. When I look at circumstances in my life, I say, hey, this is what it is now. Why it happened, it's not that important. And to give yourself the closure that you need, this is circling back into putting all the energy that you used to give to them, you give it to yourself. You give it to yourself. And that will help you. That will help you to get the closure that you want, definitely. Nikki, she never gave, oh, so you, it was a relationship. Okay. She never gave me a sign 3 days before. She told me she loved me so much. I caught her in bed with him. She has not reached out. She will not reach out. Don't even think that she's going to reach out. And just completely perish the thought that she's going to reach out. Lose hope that she's going to ever come back, because this is really fucked. And they usually don't give. They give, Nikki, if we talk, I bet that you will find the red flags. You will find signs. You will. There is not such thing. She can't just go with someone else like that without any sign. There was signs. You just didn't notice them. And I don't blame you at all. I didn't know them either. When my ex cheated on me, one day before we had the most crazy physical intimacy. Crazy. But there were signs. I just couldn't believe them. I couldn't see them. Now I know. So if we talk, we can spot the signs together, and you will see that it didn't happen just out of the blue. She said she had never been happier. They're already talked about kids and engagement. Yeah, of course they do. What happens there right now, it's psychological displacement. She continues the relationship she had with you just with him. This is how it happens. Okay? She just continue. And that's it. So yeah, she will talk about it with him. Do you guys have any other questions? Or you want to join me live? I'm going to jump. I'm going to put the link again if you want to join me live. A second. So feel free to do so. Let me see if we have some other comments here. Yeah. How do you stop the intrusive thoughts? The remembrance of wrong is poisoning my soul. That's an amazing question. The way you do it is pretty simple. What I'm offering you guys to do is to journal. Journal your thoughts. Now, you need to be very careful when you do it. It will take you about 2 weeks. I've made a lot of videos on that. Don't remember exactly the name of the video where I explained it extensively, but I'm going to do this again here. Now, what you need to do is goes like this. Every time you have a thought, a negative thought about your ex or any kind of thought about your ex, what you're going to do is to note it down. You're going to write down the time, the date, the thought, the emotion, and the action. Okay? You're going to do this like this. I'm going to go again. Let's say today it's, what's day today? Tuesday, October 22nd, 9:20 a.m. This is the time for me. Now, after you write it down, you write down the thought. I'm thinking about my ex, what she might be doing. The emotion, sadness and anxiety. Level of anxiety, the level, you need to have the range between 1 to 10. Very, very anxious, 9. Then action, what you do or don't do. The action is crawling in bed. Okay? That will be logging your emotions and thoughts. Now, you're going to do this for an entire week. Every time a thought comes up, every time a painful emotion comes up, when you do this exercise, we call it emotional mapping in psychology. When you do that, what happens is after 1 week, it's enough time for you to realize your emotional patterns during this breakup. Once you realize your emotional patterns and thought patterns, you can draw a line and find the commonality and the most disturbing thoughts and emotions. You will see maybe sadness or anxiety comes the most, and the most common thought will be, what is she doing? For example, and then after a week, what you do is cognitive reconstructing your thoughts and emotion by asking yourself, what do I want to think? What do I want to feel? And instead of thinking, what is she doing? You flip it to, what am I going to do now? What is the next best thing in my life that is going to occur? Instead of feeling sad, you say, I want to feel happy. So, what do you do? And then you move into the action. What do I need to do? So, when I started doing this, when I crawled out in bed, I said, this will not make me happy. Then I bought a trampoline. I jumped the trampoline. I went for a run. I went for the gym. And I started realizing that my actions can actually determine my emotional state, because you cannot think your way into a positive feeling. You can act your way to a positive feeling. So you need to act. You need to do something to change your physicality. When you change your physicality, you change you change your state. I remember I learned this from Tony Robbins when I used to work with him a few years back. And he always said, change your state, change your state. Now I realized what he meant. And yes, you can change your state. You can do 200 burpees, whatever. Go into physical, use your body as an instrument to alchemize the pain that you feel into beauty, into something productive. Easier said than done, yes, but it's still, yeah, it's still possible. Nikki, my brother, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you.
Thank
So
you, and you too.
you're the one in the comments, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, okay. Mm, Did I answer to your question or
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I got some clear answers, and but I'm still very much confused about her behavior.
tell me?
We've been together for 8 years, and she's always been that kind of a girl who's seeking what do you call it?
Validation.
External validation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And after 2 years, we were apart, approximately 1 year. And then she came back and said, "Oh, I made a big mistake, and oh, should never let you go." And yeah, so we got back together, and yeah, we started planning on making some future plans together, get engaged, talking about kids, getting married, and moving in a big house. And it happened a month and a half ago, and there is a fair where I live where we can drink and all that kind of nonsense. And she invited this guy who lives on yeah the other end of the country,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know him, and but she was very clingy up to the days before she went out drinking. Um, and I thought, hey, let me come home and surprise you and sleep with you. Yeah, and there he was.
Mm.
And now, 2 days after, they're in a relationship, and she moved down to him, quit her job, and left her family where they live, and moved right back into him. So
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused about her behavior.
It's very confusing. It's very confusing indeed.
Yeah.
Don't give yourself hard time for trying to figure this out. I'm going to help you here. But I want to talk about, did you ever wanted to break up with her, but you just didn't have the courage to do so?
Yeah, I think one time 3 years ago, uh, all of her needs. She wanted this, she wanted that, she wanted this, she wanted that, all the time. Never got satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
And she's never been in a place where she was financial in a good place. It's always been me taking care of her, giving her money, buying her clothes, and everything. So, but I think she has some trouble issues regarding some external validation seeking. Uh,
So did you see
maybe
this behavior that she's seeking external validation often?
around three times, and it was on Twitch, where you play video games. Yeah, she was seeking validation, and now it's this time it was Snapchat.
That's yeah, yeah. And when you notice this, she's seeking external validation. Did you confronted her? Did you say anything, or you just let it slide?
I confronted her last year. She did the same thing. She was ready to move to Copenhagen. I live in Denmark, and she was already ready. And I said, "What the hell are you doing? Are you crazy? You
Mm-hmm.
don't know this man."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, then suddenly she broke down and she cried and she said, I don't know why I keep sabotaging my relationship when they are good. I don't know why I do this. And
Yeah,
so I think she has some internal issues with herself, maybe self-esteem.
definitely. By the way, this was your sign. That was the red fucking flag.
Yeah, I know.
That
I
that
know.
was that was your cue to fucking leave.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
know.
I know you know it now. Don't beat yourself up. I know you know it now. That's okay. I wasn't the same. By the way, you guys drop in the comments below if you resonate. Fuck this. Like we all made this mistake. We
Yeah.
all we all did. But the beautiful thing that I love about the community that we're building of conscience aware individuals is that, well, it happened. Now the thing is to never let it happen again. Never let it happen again. Now you are so much wiser. And I always say to you guys, everybody in life, we must be betrayed at least once by a partner, by a romantic partner, and once by a business partner if you are self-employed, if you are having a business. The things you learn about yourself from a betrayal, your senses are heightened to a degree that you scare yourself. You become a fucking animal, right? Now you can trust. And by the way, Nikki, don't develop trust issues with other people.
No.
Trust more. Trust, and I will tell you, trust more. Now I trust more because I know how it feels when someone pulling away from me a little bit. I know how it feels. I know when my instinct says, I need to end this relationship. She's mistreating me. When I feel that, I pull the plug. I know that I will never be fucked with again. I felt it, been there, done that. The, and you need to draw the conclusions. You pay the price in this relationship. And if you don't reap the rewards are the wisdom. The rewards are the scars from this, from everything you went through. Like your heart is probably fucking torn into pieces. Do you
Oh yeah.
drink, eat, do you sleep?
I have trouble eating. I have trouble sleeping. I haven't really had a proper dinner for like a month now.
Yeah.
Uh, so
It's
it's
and that's natural. That is a natural thing because the central nervous system took a hit.
yeah.
And you're in we move into fight, flight, or fawn mode, or freeze, and everything in you just shut down right now. There's no time. It's not time to eat. You feel like you need to fight. There is a lot of battles, but you fight over, like you don't know what you're even fighting for or about. It's just internally. So I really want to invite you to do exercises that I give on my channel, or if you get the Rise of the Phoenix, or if you want to talk to me further so we can unpack it even more. But please just focus on yourself. By looking at you, you're not working out.
No.
Yeah, I know. and take this time to man the fuck up. Man the fuck up. Let me tell you, you're already losing weight. You look good. You're a handsome fella.
Thank you.
And you need, now you're probably very lean. Your body mass is like, it's very lean. You have probably single digit body fat, right?
Yeah.
You're very lean. So, and you're not overweight, which is good. So you got a good start to your journey of the workout. It's not just the workout. Workout is for your body, not just for your body, it's for your mind, for your soul. And the way you talk to yourself. I remember when I worked out, I was like, she cheated on me. She monkey bitch. Now she's fucking him. She's sucking his dick. Like, I was really mean to myself. This is why sometimes I mean to you guys, because I'm not sugarcoating anything. I just want to give it to you straight and tell. Like, sometimes I get when with one-on-one, my one-on-one clients, like, she's sucking his dick now. That's how it
Yeah.
is. It's painful. I know, but why I do this? This is shock therapy. And when I did it to myself, I lifted heavier weights. I went harder. Because when times get hard, you need to get harder. In life, life throws at you everything. Life is there's no mercy in life. So life is not getting easier. You get better. You get stronger. You're a beast. And you can take this breakup and become the victor or the victim. That's completely how up to you and how you're going to speak to yourself. So do everything for you. You're initiated to greatness. You don't know the version of yourself that is going to emerge when you put all of the love and all of the work on yourself. When you fall in love with yourself to a degree that you say, I don't need no one. I want a relationship because I know now better, but I don't need it. So you will be so much better. I know that now everything looks like shit.
Yeah.
Everything, time, everything is, it seems pointless, but believe me, brother, it takes you somewhere. It takes you somewhere. It does. It takes you somewhere. You need to find out where it needs to take you specifically.
Yeah, exactly. I think what fears me the most is that within a year, maybe she'll come back and say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," and I don't have the strength to turn her down
Right
because
now,
she
you
she is
don't.
my weakness. She is my biggest weakness.
Right now, this is
Yeah,
why
right.
the work that you're going to do on yourself. My ex came back after 55 days, and I was really strong. I said, "Pff, fuck no." Like, I don't know if you watched my documentary.
I did see it. It was very impressive. Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, it was painful. I mean, it's fucking painful.
I felt the pain.
I know, because we're all the same. That's what I'm saying. I'm not special. We're all the same. I just chose to look at it from a different point of view. I said, I mean, she crushed me already. So now what? Now what? What? I'm going to crush myself. Fuck this. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to punish myself by drinking and smoking. All of my previous relationship, Nikki, when they broke up with me, most of my relationship, they broke up with me because I wasn't man enough. I wasn't masculine enough. And when they broke up with me, I turned to devices, drinking, smoking, and I'm talking about heavy drinking, not just smoking, like all kind of cocaine. I did everything, every substance that can take away the pain from me, I did. And in this breakup, the last one happened less than a year ago. Less than a year ago. I
Oh,
said nothing. I'm not gonna take anything. Fuck me. I said if I'm gonna die, like this from the pain, I'm not going to kill myself. I thought about it. I'm not going to be honest. I thought about it. You probably thought about it too because the pain is too much to take.
yeah.
But don't fucking do it. It's nothing. Nobody's worth your precious life. Just perish the thought. But it's understandable if you felt this way. I mean, we all, because nothing prepared you for this amount of pain, and you're like, how can I handle that? How can I? Will I ever be? Will I ever function again as a human being? You can't see it now, but you will. Promise you, you will.
Yeah.
And yeah, so after that, all you need to do is just become stronger. just not do it, just let it hit you. And I said, hit me. And I had nights, you saw in the documentary, I hug myself, I cry, I wake up, I cry again, I wake up again. It's just, it was relentless. And sometimes, to be honest with you, Nikki, sometimes I say to myself, that was the best time of my life. It sounds right. It sounds sick and fucking twisted,
Yeah,
but
yeah, sounds so crazy.
it built me. I became a professional Muay Thai fighter. I
Nice.
found strength and anger in me, and I remember I went to my first fight after just few months of starting, and my coach says, "You're fucking crazy. He's gonna beat you up." I said, "Listen, I need to kill now someone. Someone needs to die
Yeah.
because I caught them too. The motherfucker, I caught them too." And I remember I'm sitting there, Nikki, and I look. By the way, tell me also what happened with you. I'm going to share with you before. And I look at them at the restaurant. They kissing, and I grab my feet. I'm not a violent man. I never was a violent. I was violent, but in my adult life, I was a little bit less. And I said, I'm going to murder this person. That's it. Like, just call a fucking ambulance. I'm going to murder him. And I said, and then what? And then what? I said, and then what? This will bring her back. A lot of things happened in my head in the same time, and I just dropped it. And it was really hard to swallow this pain and not externalize it. I found MMA, Muay Thai very healing. I stopped it because right now I just don't have this anger in me. But at the beginning, bam, that helped me. So highly recommended. And share with me how you like you opened up the door and you found them in bed. What happened there?
Yeah, I came home to her, and I got this gut feeling. I said something's wrong.
Yes.
Something is very wrong.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and then I opened the door. The lights were closed, and there he was. He was lying in the bed next to her, and I just said to her, "What the hell are you doing?" And she was so cold, and she was so distant in her eyes. And she started saying something like, "Oh, I've talked to everybody about our relationship, that it was going to end," and she never fucking told anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
So I looked at this guy and said, "You get the fuck out of here." I could have crushed him. He's a very small person,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and my first thought was to, yeah, smack him, but that would make me feel any good. Um, so he got out, and he got into the living room, and tried to talk to her and get some responses. I didn't get anything from her. She was so stone cold. I've never seen her like that before.
Mm.
It was a completely different person. And on the same day, she wrote to me that she could not wait to get engaged and to have kids with me and marry me. And that's why it's such a big mess in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But she was so cold and so distant. So I called her mother the next day and asked her if she talked to her about her leaving me. No, she never said anything.
Mm-hmm.
She only told her how good it was and how I made her feel. So I don't know if this was planned or it was because she was drunk and now she can't see any other way. So I have my doubts.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But the thing is that once it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
And by the way, she will probably come back because you've done nothing wrong after. But I don't want you to even, I mean, just enjoy it when she crawls back. You can get a kick out of it and say,
Yeah.
I knew it's going to happen. I just knew it. Fucking knew it. Uh, but don't wait for it because you cannot put your healing or your life into someone else's hands. And by the way, what do you do for a living? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called in English, but I'm like a windmill. Uh, Offshore windmills. I help produce them.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So
So you need to put more into your. This is your business, or you just or you employee
just an employee.
employee. And what is your dream?
Yeah. My dream was to have a family and with her, and so I have to restart myself and think about the goals I want to make in life.
Exactly, because if the goal is family, that's for a man,
Yeah.
especially. It's this is a problem. This is a problem because if all of your being is only on just having a family, it puts too much pressure. So your main goal needs to be external, something that is not just, it's not for you even. It's not for them. It's for the greater good. Now, it can be a business or it can be even just to be the best windmill motherfucker. Like it's whatever it is, for you to be fulfilled by what you do and contribute to the world. What I do now, this is my contribution. And for you, whatever it might be for you, it's something that fulfills your heart, because in your life you went through some stuff and you can share your wisdom. Or again, if it is in your job, you can be the best at it, that fulfills you and brings you peace. you know Family is a wonderful thing, and yes, it comes first when you have it. But before you have it, you need to be sure that you are number one for yourself. And when you love yourself and you're number one for yourself, it will be reflected on your family. And she probably felt that maybe she was everything for you and it was too much pressure. Not that I'm blaming you for this.
No.
Don't think, but it's just there are many things that might have happened. There are many things. And the most important thing that I want you to realize is that you wanted to break up with her before, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So for next time, when you are starting to, when you feel this pull from a partner, pay attention. When you start, and to pay attention, you need just to feel, you need to be so in tune with yourself. And this is exactly, by the way, this is exactly what you're going through right now. You're getting more in tune with yourself because the quote unquote loneliness is forcing you to reflect, is forcing you to look within yourself and find the
Yeah.
answers for yourself. Once you have them, they're yours for life.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you're gonna be fine. And I would love that you will email me when you feel better. Like I know it's gonna be soon. I'm sure it's gonna be soon.
I promise.
Yeah, I know you will. And by the way, are you a member of our community, our the Rise of the Phoenix, or not yet?
No, not yet. I considered it
Yeah,
joining.
yeah. If you want, just it's just $37 for now. And if it's something that you think might help you, by all means, no pressure. It's just I want to be able to make sure that you have a structure. That's the thing. I want people to have structure after a breakup, because there is no structure after a breakup. Everything falls apart.
Yeah.
And we watch a lot of YouTube, and there is a lot of distractions on YouTube because Coach Pa say fuck your ex, and Coach Joe says get back together, and you're like, what do I do? So if you find someone that you resonate with, just go with them. Just go with them. I mean, whoever, whatever. I'm just wanting to offer you all the support and love possible. Nikki, thank you so much, brother, for joining me. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for your advice.
With love. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to sign off. I have a meeting in 15 minutes. So thank you so much, and love yourself. Love yourself. Please love yourself. Please just do the work for yourself. When you heal yourself, you heal everything around you, everything and everyone. Instead of going from one relationship to the next and keep meeting the same person, just different bodysuit, when you change, everything change. With that said, you guys, I love you, and I will see you again in my next video. Take care.